Hi, everyone, and welcome to Youth Amplified,
a podcast that inspires, empowers, and connects. I'm Brian.
And I'm Ronna. And in the spotlight today, Becoming You, the journey of resilience, independence, and discovering who you are.
Well, today we're delighted to be joined around the table by Kenny, Aryan, Angelee, Gilon, and community leader and broadcaster Charles Chan. Such an engaging panel from the looks of it, Ronna. Let's kick things off.
Let's do that. Kenny, you're the first. What experiences have you had the biggest impact on shaping who you are today?
That's a good question, actually. I had a thought about this question. I think this reminds me when I was during at least 5 years old, I think. Back then when my mom was asking me about this standard mathematic questions, right? She was asking me 5 minus 5, you know? Just looking at the exercise book. What is 5 minus 5? And I think I struggled answering that question. I actually couldn't figure out how to answer this question. Like, I just don't know how to. So then she would just give me a hypothetical question. You have 10 birds, 5 birds fly away. How many birds do you have left? I really struggled. I just don't know how to answer. So and then that basically the start of how I became more into mathematics, more focused into mathematics, and then moving forward, becoming an engineer at this current stage.
Wow.
So that was the one of those that I can think of.
Thank you, Kenny.
Well, Aryan, what do you think? What does resilience mean to you personally?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think resilience, a lot of people think it's about pretending everything is fine. That is, everyone wants everything to be fine, everything to be perfect. But resilience is actually when you face setbacks in your life. It is when you face the challenges, the hardships that you go through, and learning from those mistakes, learning from those challenges, those life lessons brought to you. That is what resilience means to me. And it's about accepting and deciding not to let those setbacks be the end of the world. It means to just wake up the next morning knowing that you'll try again.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aryan.
Thank you.
Let's move on to Charles. Now, thinking back to your classroom days, what's a life lesson that you've learned that no classroom could ever teach you?
Okay, for me, it's more of like I've traveled the world and I've come to Australia and met several people from different nationality backgrounds and people from different political leanings, people who practice different religion. Now, these are the things I think that have not been taught to me in the class. It's more of like, engaging with people face to face, asking them how they are living in this kind of country, what their background is, how they practice their faith. These sort of things were never taught in the classroom.
Now, Angelee, has there ever been a time when you questioned who you were or who you are and where you belonged?
A lot of the time I do still do that. I always am questioning who I am, where I belong, because you don't always know these things. But even if you don't know where you belong, I feel like it's important to know that you do belong somewhere, even if you don't realize it. Like, example, I spent my whole life thinking I don't fit in anywhere, and sometimes it's the simplest things. You realize you fit in with your family or something. Like, I care for my Oma, and, I feel like I'm belonging. I'm meant to be a carer. I'm meant to be there for her. And, it can change.
All right, Gilon. How have your family, your culture, your community, or friendships influenced the person you're becoming?
So my mother taught me resilience, how to be strong, compassion. My father taught me how to be a good leader, how to help people, how to stay tough, how to make sure you're okay no matter what. The community taught me how to interact with people. My culture taught me a set of rules and something that would help me grow up, something I could lean on.
Wow.
That's excellent.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Kenny, if your life right now had a movie title, what would it be?
I really can't think of a movie title, to be honest. Like, I mean, like life. There's a term, right? There's a saying that goes by. Life is a movie, right? That in its own is the title, right?
I'm sure Charles will have a title.
I guess there's so many things that you could sort of like look into the movie titles and equate that one. Is this really fitting into my life or not? I'm a sci-fi person. I'd like Star Treks and all that sort of thing. So, we go, beyond and beyond whatever that cliche was. So pretty much that's probably, I can relate to that one because I look always forward to the future.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's a good way.
that's the good thing. Yeah. So, yeah.
May the force be with you.
Thank you so much.
Angelee, let's go back to you. Have social media and comparison made it harder to discover who you really are and why?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things on social media that aren't true, but also things that are true. It's hard to define the difference between them. Like, people say they do this and that, but sometimes they don't even start doing that. And it makes it very hard. And as well with like fitting in as well on that topic, people make it very hard to fit in on social media because you have to be this and that, but you also have to be the opposite of that. And it's like, it's hard to find it.
And actually, continuing from there, Aryan, what's one thing people often assume about you that's totally wrong?
Yeah, I mean, going to a selective school myself, people often assume that, I'm smart, I'm naturally confident, I'm intellectual, and all those sort of things, like all those qualities, those perfect qualities that we have in selective, right? But, those are skills that I haven't been naturally given or something, right? Those are skills I've developed over time. They're things that I've worked upon, right? So they don't see the behind the scenes, the many hours that we work, working upon ourselves, developing who we are, how we act, how we think, how we treat others as well, how we think independently. Those are the big factors.
Yeah.
And everyone is growing, so there is no that perfect persona that everyone like craves nowadays, So it's just being yourself and keep on developing.
When I first got into the Filipino community, a lot of people think I'm a snob. Seriously, they don't want to approach me. They think I'm gonna go and eat them or devour them for some reason or another. But until they get to know who I am, then they'll find out that I'm not actually the opposite. Yes, I'm a very friendly person, and I gel well with people that are down to earth and people that are also friendly and kind and with good heart. So once they get to know the other side of me, then we become best buddies.
Good story. Thank you, Charles. All right, Gilon, now another question for you. We talked about culture and community having an influence. Who has been a significant influence in your life and what impact have they had?
I would say my mother.
Yeah.
My mother, you wouldn't really know how hard she works. She usually chooses to work quietly. She doesn't look for fame, money, anything. She just wants to work for the people she cares about. You won't see her doing anything flashy. She doesn't wear any flashy clothes, although her heart's very big. She always tells me to be kind and compassionate no matter what I do. While my father has taught me leadership, she has taught me how to be a human.
Kenny, how do you know whether you're chasing your own dream or someone else's version of success? I mean, we're just talking about social media and all the rest.
Yeah. So going back to this question, basically, okay, just relating back to my parents. Okay, so my parents, they were not, they're not. I think they're just they graduated high school only. I think they don't go to college or any university. So clearly, they want to see their children to excel further,
Go beyond,
to be the better version of themselves. That's the projection that they have on us. So I'm glad that here I am, being in Australia. Able to study. Go to university,
Yes.
graduate, working, make a living of myself, not relying on them.
And congratulations for that.
Well,
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the other end of the table.
Michelle?
Charles, again.
Again.
What do you think? Can you truly become yourself without taking the risks or feeling uncomfortable?
Yeah, to an extent, yes, I can. I mean, like, being yourself and being true to yourself is actually a very good thing because it frees you from a lot of expectation from other people. And there is a sense of uncomfortable feeling at times when people try to look at you and wonder why you're acting in such ways. But for me, I don't care. I mean, I live my life. If you're not happy with it, I can't do much. So, yeah.
Good attitude.
Yeah. Reminds me of my favorite song title.
What is it?
I am what I am.
Very appropriate.
We'll stick to that end of the table. Ronna, Gilon, what excites you most about your future?
I would say the uncertainty.
Yeah.
You can plan as much as you want, but in the end, your future is not already decided. No matter how hard you plan, at least one thing will go wrong. The best thing you can do is plan and adjust.
In the movie Titanic, Jack Dawson, he sits on the table and he says, he'd prefer waking up the next day not knowing what life expects of him.
Okay, I'll tell you two things, but they're totally off from each other. What excites me about the future is actually getting old and aging gracefully somehow. So, looking at this over here, I really feel like should I be sitting here? Okay. So, for me, the future, whatever holds on me on the future, I'll gladly accept what will it be, as what the song say, Que sera, sera.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 songs now. And the other thing, which is totally off this thing, is I am excited to see what the technology will bring us. Because all the AIs have now come in. How will we progressing? And like I said, I'm like the sci-fi. So what holds in the future with flying cars? And in terms of medicines, how can we really beat all this sickness so that we can live longer? So that's what I'm excited about. So
Possibilities are endless. On that note, we can keep talking forever, but we have to wrap up. So thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Angelee. Thank you, Gilon. And thank you, Charles, for joining us today.
welcome.
And till next fortnight, let's continue to inspire, to empower, and connect. And remember, your voice matters.